Hi, kids. Hi, friends. We wanted to record a kids video for you guys because, as you know, we can't be at church this Sunday all together. But I really miss you guys, and I wanted to share a little bit of what God has been teaching me recently. For the past couple days, I have been looking at my calendar at my house. It's on my wall, and I see a bunch of question marks. Some of you punctuation wizards know what a question mark is. There are a lot of them on my calendar, and you guys probably also see a lot of question marks on your parents' calendars, or maybe you just have a lot of questions as to what is going on. Things are changing, and things are kind of strange right now. But I wanted to share something with you that has to do with question marks. Huh? Question? Anyways. So the cool thing about God is that He is not a God of question marks, that He is a God who is always here with us. We don't have to worry if He's going to change or if He's going to leave us, because He's not. He is exactly here with us. And I wanted to read a passage from the book of Psalms. I wanted to read a psalm for you. And in this psalm, there is an important word that describes the love of God, a really important word, and it has been popping up in just a bunch of the Psalms that I've been reading, but I wanted to read you one in particular describing this word. It's Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come into His presence with singing. Know that the Lord, He is God. It is He who made us, and we are His. We are His people and the sheep of His pasture. Enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. Give thanks to Him, bless His name. For the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and His faithfulness to all generations. The verse that I want to zoom in on and focus on is verse number 5, which is, for the Lord is good, His steadfast love endures forever, and His faithfulness to all generations. So, the word I emphasized there is this word. This word, steadfast. And you all might be wondering, what does that mean? That is a strange sounding word. Well, the word steadfast means it's fixed in direction. Fixed. It's firm in purpose. It is unwavering. That's a big word that means it does not change. It is firmly established. Established is a big word for made. So it is firmly made, and it's permanent, which means it's not going anywhere. So the word steadfast, describing God's love, means that it's not going anywhere, that God's love does not change, and that He loves you, even though everything else in the world might seem like it's changing. So verse 5 is my favorite verse in that whole psalm. And I thought it would be so cool if all the H2O kids could memorize this verse together, verse 5 from that Psalm 100. And the way that I really love to memorize scripture is to put it in a song, because I feel like music sometimes spins around in our brains and we remember things better when something is put to music. So I put Psalm 100 verse 5 to music, and I'm going to play that for you guys to help you remember Psalm 100 verse 5. So pick up my trusty ukulele, and play. So here it is, Psalm 100 verse 5. For the Lord is good, His steadfast love endures forever, and His faithfulness to all generations. Psalm 100, verse 5. For the Lord is good, His steadfast love endures forever, and His faithfulness to all generations. Psalm 100, verse Psalm 100 verse 5. There it is. So that verse I think would be so cool if we could memorize as an H2O kids family. That would be really awesome if we could memorize Psalm 100 verse 5 and remember that the Lord's steadfast love endures forever. So as you guys are memorizing, we're going to send these pages to parents. You guys can color these as you're working on memorizing the verse. And we have some flashcards also that we'll send to parents. You guys can cut them out and lay them out in order of the words of the verse. And also this week, I think it would be so silly and fun if you guys could think of just the silliest, most outrageous questions that you can and ask your siblings or ask your parents those silly questions. Questions like, what would you do if you had a unicorn for a day? Or questions like, if you could change the color of the sky from blue to something else, what color would you change it to? Or what's your favorite movie and why? Just ask them silly questions and don't be afraid to give silly answers too and have a lot of fun. And remember that God's love is steadfast and it never ever changes. God is not a God of question marks.